Yeah, it's Monday, the 21st of September 2020, and the program is Summit, coming to you live from our studios in Lagos. My name is Jumoke Michaels. You're welcome. Banji, good to be here again.
Jumoke, good morning.
Bright and early.
Yes, great. It's good doing what you know how to do best, and that's why we're happy being here. Today is a fresh edition of the program Summit. My name is Banji Busari.
Yes, sir. After all the tension and apprehension, the Edo State election has come and gone, and there's already a winner and a loser. And so
thank God, we do not have any reason to talk about inconclusive elections.
Yes, or deaths,
or maybe deaths, or maiming, or killing, or violence in whatever form. But of course, we learned that there was an attack on one or two of the INEC staff. It's not been confirmed, but I learned in some words they were actually attacked. But thank God a winner has emerged. And we'd like to use this opportunity to congratulate the People's Democratic Party and its candidates for that election. That's Godwin Obaseki. They say victory is sweet. You could see the man dancing yesterday. But then, of course, you also have a lot of respect for the loser of that election. He has actually considered defeat within hours, and he has congratulated the winner of that election. Something similar to what happened in 2015 when the then president, as a good lawyer, Jonathan, within hours, even before the announcement of the presidential election, he had actually sent congratulatory message to President Muhammadu Buhari. So congratulations, Godwin Obaseki, and for Eze Yamu, better luck next time.
Yeah. All right, and outside of politics this morning, today marks the 60th birthday anniversary of Senator Oluremi Tinubu. So we want to, on behalf of the Summit team, say a happy birthday to her. Happy 60th birthday. It's not easy.
Three scores to the matriarch of Tinubu's family. That's Oluremi Tinubu. Yeah. She's been a very strong force, both behind and even by the side of the Asiwaju himself, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. I say congratulations, madam, on your 60th birthday today.
All right, so on the program today, we are still doing a review of the Edo Guber election, and we are going to be looking at the topic we say lessons for democracy. There are always lessons to be learned in everything. Also on the program today, before we go into that discussion, we'll be going to we'll have a package from Boundless Multi-Services Solution Limited. They sell land and properties, and they have a lot of things for you to buy. And so we'll be bringing out that to you later in the program today. But meanwhile, we'll go into our discussion this morning, and we'd like to introduce our guests. We have two guests on the program today. So one will be joining us via Skype, Mr. Chris Olokooba. He's a legal practitioner. He'll be joining us via Skype. And then we have another person in the house, Mr. Rasak. Olokooba, he's a public affairs analyst. You're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning to us.
You're welcome.
It's our pleasure to have you, sir. A winner has clearly emerged from this election. Looking at the pre-election activities, you would never have thought that this election will be this free, fair, and conclusive. I mean, what's your reaction to that election?
Well, there are indices that suggest that it may be free and fair. For instance, INEC has learned a lot of lessons from what happened all over the world. It's not just mere advocacies that got people in the rest of the world peaceful when they conduct the election. Advocates play this role to make people understand that election is a festival. What can I offer as a party, or what can you offer as a party? If I can offer bread and butter and you are promised amala or something, that should what election voting should be. Manifesto should be at the front border. But that's not the only thing. What do you introduce to the party, to the election, that gets people doing what you do in Edo? First and foremost, you notice that there were the past election, when ballot paper were returned from one state that doesn't belong to that, because INEC has introduced a peculiarity in the ballot paper that if you steal ballot paper in Ikeja and take it to Ajegunle, it's not the same. So what sense does it make if you want to smash ballot paper? So you begin to realize that there's a need for you to engage your opponent in vote counting and not violent. So essentially, those are part of it that counted for it. And also, a lot of stakeholders also waded into the election. The above the president also demonstrated a kind of neutrality that even Obaseki also said he appreciate. So, and that's what we should be doing in our elections. All hands should be on deck. Then the voters themselves, we begin to realize that this is not about hatred for each other. It's about program. It's about service to the people. It's about I want to serve my people. So there's nothing that there shouldn't be any desperation about getting to power. As much as the two elections are important to APC and PDP, APC and PDP, they must win Edo and Ondo election, because the whole of state in Niger Delta has gone to PDP. APC got a state and they got it back. So there was
PDP got it back.
PDP got it back. So there's that resolve by the PDP that we don't want to consider anything to APC, and it may also be a bad signal if it were to be APC that got it, because that means they have an incursion into Niger Delta already. So that decision that if it were the other state, it might not be that important to them, but the signal it portends and the danger it portends for the party is the reason why you see everybody paying attention to it. For instance, in Ondo too, you will know that Ondo is the boundary state to Yoruba land, and once care is not taken, that's a dangerous political incursion. So that's why Edo and Ondo is so important. That's why there were so many political activities that revolves around it. But just like you have said, it's good because we were there.
You were on ground.
Yeah, they were both buying, they were in the usual manner, but not in the magnitude of what we used to witness in the past, that vote and get a pot of soup, vote and get a bag of rice. It happens from all, because we are a civil society that went there, but it is not the way it used to be again. There were no serious police brutality. The SXs of INEC being part of playing a role that is not assigned to them as an umpire, a neutral body, a neutral institution, it has drastically reduced. And that is what we look forward to also in Ondo.
Well, the issue of godfatherism, of course, was so much pronounced before the election. But Governor Godwin Obaseki has said he has succeeded in stamping out godfatherism in Edo State, that he has actually neutralized it and he has killed it completely. What lessons do you think we can learn? Was that actually true, that godfatherism actually played any role at all in the Edo State before? And why did it not work this time around? Why was there no? Why did he succeed in actually stamping out?
We should not mystify people who have influence in political parties, because that's what people call godfatherism. There are always people who have influence over you. Obama wouldn't have fun. Obama is not a rich person. He's just a brilliant guy, and people surrounded him. Who surrounded him knew that America has a good future if he becomes the president. So, by our own definition, it was Godfather that made Obama the president. So, when Clinton, when the first Bush left, and the Bush, the son, was coming on board too also, it was people that rallied around him. Essentially, it differs a bit in the rest of in the other part of the world. The world we term as Godfather in Nigeria, in their own case, they don't even belong to political parties. They just look at candidates that will advance the cause of their own country, that will advance the cause of America. There are people who sit back, the foundations in other countries, that look at the future of their country in the hand of a particular individual. So they don't, regardless of what party you are, they provide a template for him to become the president of such a country. So in Nigeria too, what we should be preaching is progressive godfatherism. People who have influence on voters. that they think if they influence the victory of a particular candidate, that state will forge ahead. For instance, if you look at Lagos State, since 1999 to date, it's not magic. There's a particular, there are peculiar things that the tendency that is in power today. There's a particular game that they play. What game? Game of inclusive consultation, which is the mistake people make outside Lagos. That they think it is just about one man. It's not about one man. It's about consultation, stakeholders coming on board. What decision do you have to take? And it's completely different in that state. People who want to emulate what goes in Lagos should have humbled themselves to understand the terrain better. So in Edo, it's not a consultation thing. Right from the days of
there's a new song in town. Edo no be Lagos.
That's the error they make. They thought Lagos was what they were doing in Edo. What they were doing in Edo was not what they were doing in Lagos. Of course, there's another head in Lagos. The last election produced Sanwo-Olu, produced Amsat. It was based on concessions. It's not an individual thing. They were concessions to blocks. Deputy government coming from
even with the way Ambode was out of the game.
So you will notice that it's not about one person. It's a collective thing. The decision to pick Abiru it's a wider constellation came on board. So it is just that maybe someone is always the chief announcer of the candidates. That's what gives the impression that it's just about one man. It's not about one man. So there will always be people who influence the decision of voters, people who influence who in a party who have a larger and overbearing influence in a political party. So there's that thing that we must recognize that bad godfathers should be done away with. But if you have good father who guided you, I was sitting behind the Nauru when I moved the motion for independence. Essentially, we say, well, I will know his godfather. But it's a progressive for godfather. So we must not make that mistake that there should be tutelage. You must have those that will tutor you. It's when they tutor you badly. That's when people reject it that this godfather, we must do away with it.
All right. Do you perceive that our elections in Nigeria is in a new wave of change, especially with what happened in Edo State? Thank God you said you were there, to see how the people protected their votes, because they say, we die here. That was one of the slogans they were using, we die here, because they were there checking and watching. So with that scenario, do you think our democracy, our elections in Nigeria is a new wave of change?
Yeah, like I said, it's more of an institutional decision than of the people's decision. If there's a traffic, the traffic light is not working anywhere in the world, people will break the law. But because there is a system in place that will say that one, there's a traffic light, there are enforcement institutions there that if you break it, that's why people will obey laws all over the world. In Lagos too, there's no magic. There's last mile there for you. There's traffic light there. If you break it, last mile will. So also in our election too, there are things that INEC has. We engage INEC every day. There are things that they introduce that it does not make sense to break a ballot box again, to introduce toggle again, because where are you taking the ballot box to, ballot paper to? Once you take it out of that place, it is not useful to you again. So people then decided that, okay, it's going to be about program. It's going to be about who I like. Who I like must win. It was before it was who have the number of guns and bullets that will win. But now it is who I like. I like Obaseki. Obaseki must win this election. It reflected. So institution must introduce a template. Then people will then defend that institution. So it was effort by INEC that push it forward. Then people that back it up. And like I said, the courage of Edo people should be recognized. The decision that what I want is this should also be recognized. And we want such to be emulated in Ondo, that whoever candidate we want in Ondo to should reflect in the pattern of vote that they did. The only thing is that all this issue of buy, vote, and get a pot of soup, we have to grant it, because it also happened in Edo.
Okay, at this point, let me ask, Governor Obaseki has said the Edo people is thanking them for rewarding his hard work by re-electing for another 4 years. And he has said that they have spoken, and they have spoken loud and clear, and is thanking God for the victory. The loser of that election is a Yama, is actually considered victory.
All right, we have, Mr. Chris Olokooba online already. Hello, Mr. Chris. Hello, Mr. Chris. Hello? Okay, please go on with your question.
But APC has said there's a foul play, for which reason it's actually considering option of actually contesting that election. Do you see that as well thought of? While the candidate has actually considered defeat, but the party is saying no, there was a foul play, and that votes where it had strength, that those votes were actually not counted, that some votes were actually discountenanced and all that where it has strength. What do you see to that?
I think APC should wade into that. In fact, those were major reasons why Obaseki had to win. The house in APC got divided against itself.
Okay.
And that was part of the reason why they often lost in the first instance.
The house
got divided against itself.
Okay, I was coming to that.
And it should not continue. There's a feature. This is not the end. This is not the end of the calculation in Edo State. There's always a feature.
All right, we have Mr. Chris Olokooba on the line. Sorry, we'll come back to you, sir.
No problem.
Hello, Mr. Chris. Hello? Hello?
It seems to be having problems.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now, Mr. Chris. Good morning, sir. Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Chris. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning, I'm very well, thank you. Hello?
Okay, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. All right, so yeah, we want to know your reaction to the election, just concluded Edo election.
Yeah, hello.
It's not there. Hello? Hello?
Okay,
Sorry.
I think we'll have to get
Yeah.
So, you said APC is its own enemy or what?
Yeah, part of the reasons.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, sir, we can hear you.
Proceed.
We can hear
Yeah,
you.
proceed.
Can you hear me?
Please go on, we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
I think we have to come back, Jumake.
Yes, we have to come back to that.
So you were talking about APC.
Yes, that part of the reasons what led to why they were dislocated from why they lost that election was because the house itself was divided. And after losing an election, you must do a review of what the future holds for you. So what they are doing, they are no longer thinking about what the future holds for them. They still want to stick to what in the past. If a candidate has said that I've lost this election, and that so be it, I'm looking forward, I wish myself good luck in the future, I don't think the party should not be sportsmanship enough to say that they disagree with the candidate. It's not good enough. They must, even if they want to challenge the election, that means they must speak with one voice. And if you look at the emergence of Seyamu and the exit of Obaseki, it was a crisis also. So APC Edo is a peculiar thing that the national APC must strictly look into it, so that there will be a feature. APC in Edo is still popular. It is the crisis that led to, okay, on principle, I'll follow Obaseki, on principle, I'll follow Seyamu. It was a big issue. So they must find a way of bringing themselves together and speaking with one voice. They must also remember that Edo, although is close by, and a reflection of what is happening in Edo should not lead to a dissatisfaction of Nigerians to begin to say that this is what our Ondo may also go. Also.
All right, please,
So,
let's take this from Mr. Chris Olokooba. Mr. Chris, could we hear your have your comment on the just concluded Edo election? Can you hear me, Mr. Chris? Please go on. We can hear you from here. And lower your TV, please. Please, let's hear you, sir. We can hear you from here. Oh, I think we should just leave it. Yes, yeah. Let's just continue with you, Mr. Olokooba.
So they should be careful that if you want to serve the people, Nigerians must not recognize desperation in the party. People voted for Shomole. They voted for him when he contested and he won the election. Now, if your party has lost an election, Nigerians are beginning to say that Isayamu has exhibited spirit of sportsmanship for admitting that he has lost that election. That's a credit. And that's already building a profile for APC in the future. That in election that is coming, any election that's coming in Edo State. So if the party said they disagree with the Isayamu, that's another crisis in Edo for Edo APC, and that's not good for them. They should be careful not to allow Edo to rub off on Ondo. As they are thinking about their political career in Edo, they should also think about the political career of other people, because this will also rub off on 2023. So
okay,
this
now
is the
president has actually also congratulated the winner, but he has advised him to be magnanimous in victory. What role do you think the president? Do you think the winner has actually thanked the president for the role, I mean, that he has played in ensuring free, fair, and credible election as far as security arrangement is concerned, and even INEC generally? Now, what do you see to all of this?
Well, it's just a payback. The president is just asking for a payback, because Obaseki thanked President Buhari for his neutrality. So what the president will expect from me is that you must begin to look forward. What Edo people want is good governance, it's road, economy, security. It's not for you to start compiling list of people that you are going to run out of time. That's essentially what Buhari is saying, that you begin to look forward. There are people too that I'm paying the ad, that are giving me my influence as a president. I would have liked to do A, B, C, and do to them, but because I'm the father of the nation now, I must begin to look forward. Boko Haram must end. Economy must improve. We are the first in the list of deadliest terrorist group in the world. Nigeria's terrorist group is number 4. So how do we remove Nigeria from that list? That should be the concern of Buhari now, and that's what he's telling Obaseki to that. The situation in Edo now, the economy of Edo now, how do I begin to ensure that the economy of
life
Edo
more abundant
is not traumatized?
Life more abundant
for the people. The light at the end of the tunnel that Edo people are beginning to see with me, is it an optical illusion? Is it truly a hope? That's what Buhari is telling Obaseki, and that's what many Nigerians also tell him, including me, that put up a program of inclusiveness, such that, because Edo, the way the peculiarity of Edo suggests to that it's just a family thing. He moves from APC to PDP, say moves back. You look at this is a family matter, because the way they crisscross, there's a sharp line. Let me take Lagos for instance. There's a sharp divide in APC in the political atmosphere of Lagos for long. There are people who may never want to, but they will just be not likely to be a member of APC forever. And there are people like
but did you say?
I may never likely to become a member of APC forever.
No, it's been in PDP.
I say you may not likely to come to APC forever. What I'm saying is that
you may never take
that step.
There are also some people in APC that they may never, for instance, you should come and become a PDP man now. It's not possible. You don't have that kind of situation in Edo. Edo people see everything. It's a fluid situation where they kept undiluted. It's an umbilical cord. They link each other with each other. APC today, PDP tomorrow, and Obaseki PDP. So
it has nothing to do with the ideology
of the party. It's like a family thing. So, and that is what Obaseki should use as an advantage. That setback should not be a setback. They must learn how to turn that setback into victory. That's what's essential.
All right. So, also another challenge that was experienced during this election is the fact that there were about 2 million registered voters in Edo State, but they had only about 500 plus that voted. They have about 400 plus PVCs uncollected. You know, so the voter apathy is still there. Many people did not come out to vote. Now, what do you think are the lessons in this, and how do we come out of it? Especially, maybe we should see something better in Ondo election.
The last time, as at the last count, INEC had 82 million registered voters in Nigeria. 82 million. Lagos has the highest number of registered voters. Lagos had the highest. Bayelsa had the least number of registered voters, while the Southeast had the least number of registered voters in India as a region. So, what I'm saying essentially is that there should be a conscious effort from INEC and every apparatus in this country that is responsible for orientation to encourage Nigerians to, particularly in the South, the need for you to translate your ideas into reality by recognizing the fact that if you don't vote, your political aspiration may not be realized as a voter. That I want good life, I want that good life. It must translate into vote by voting for somebody that you think can realize that program for you. So between now and Ondo election, Ondo state government orientation should go out to let the voters recognize the importance of the need for them to come out and vote.
All right, we still have Mr. Chris Olokooba on the line on Skype, via Skype. Hello, Mr. Chris.
Good morning.
Good morning. So sorry for the hiccups. All right, so just share your. All right, please share your thoughts with us on the just concluded Edo governorship election.
Well, there are three issues that are fundamentally in the front burner as we talk. The first is the fact that it does appear like INEC was more prepared in the conduct of the Edo election than it was last year in the conduct of the general elections. We did see some promptness, we did see some orderliness, and we did see, unlike other elections, the timeliness of the release of the election results. That's on the one hand. Then on the second hand, the issues as to whether the election was going to be very violent, cantankerous, and turbulent because of the hoopla and the temperature, if you like, that both leading parties generated before the election. Thank God that the police were able to ensure or maintain the peace, if you like. But fundamentally, what is important is the issue of what the Edo people decided to do. I think that importantly, we must situate the issues in the proper perspective. The first is that the Edo people chose a governor over the tendencies of a godfather. The Edo people chose issues above name callings. The Edo people wanted to show that, as it were, they would decide by themselves who governs them. And I do sincerely want to say that as we go on in the subsequent elections, Ondo is the next election, the time has come for us to begin to emphasize that when the people decide to come out to vote, their votes would count. There's a popular cliche that says that the people almost always give the government they deserve. I think that the time has come for the Nigerian people to learn to speak louder and louder through their votes. I do sincerely believe that the power of the ballot is stronger than the power of the bullet. And the time has come for our people to begin to aggregate at that parlor, where every parlor's tendencies of godfatherism is banished, where Nigerians will decide how they want to be governed, and they will go to the ballot and ensure that their votes count. I think that that's exactly what I would take from the Edo election. And I believe that, like everything human, we will progress to better our electoral processes. I'm happy that the National Assembly and indeed INEC is saying that they want to go on with that. I hope that we'll continue with that and ensure that every election that follows the Edo elections become very transparent and fair.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. for sharing your thoughts with us on the program.
We wish you had longer time.
Yeah, we wish we had a longer time. Thank you, sir. All right, so this should be the last take now. All right, we did. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, so the lessons, I mean, winding up, because we don't, the security agencies, I mean, you have what's your observation about security situation there?
Oh, well, just like in my intro, I said that the security agencies have some recommendations, because unlike before, you'll be talking about violations by agents, security agents, and a coloration to the role they are playing in that election. But that's not the case this time around. There were pockets of such things, but it's not as in the magnitude of what we used to see in the past, and that is commendable. There's a need for them to continue in that pattern. They deserve kudos for that, but we should be careful when we discourage our people not to have referrals. Even in banks, you have referrals. In business, there are referrals. In politics, there must be referrals. What we should be talking about when you have a bad referral. So that's what people term as godfatherism. There should be someone that you should always refer to, that your influence is victory. If you don't have that, it may be dangerous. So, having said that, the two political parties and other major political parties should...
The 12 other political parties.
12 other political parties must ensure that what has happened in those states, the way that conducted themselves, that question of life were not lost, there were not, so you begin to emulate that what's going to happen by the end of the month in October and 3 weeks times in those states. We also comment what the president has done for his style in neutrality. The candidate that will be contesting, should also emulate what Obaseki, what Nseyama has done, and other contestants have done. They should also emulate it. It's about Nigeria. It's not a personal thing.
It's not war.
It's not war.
Just like Nseyama said, it's not war.
And
so once the winner emerges,
so they have a nation.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of the program today and for giving us first-hand information of what actually transpired during the election in Edo State. Thank you so much. So we've been talking with Mr. Rasak Olokooba, a public affairs analyst. Thank you. All right, to the last segment of the program today, where we'll be bringing you a package from Boundless Multi-Services Solutions Limited. They are into land and properties, and they want you to, like Banji will say, we need to put our money into good things. And one of the best ways to save your money and to have how do I say?
Return on investment.
Return on investment is to invest in the land. And that's what Boundless Multi-Services is bringing to you this morning. So we'll take their package and then, probably have to come back to say bye-bye. So let's take that from Boundless Multi-Services Solutions Limited.
Hello everyone, my name is Oti Jonathan Idu. I'm the MD CEO for Boundless Multi-Services Solutions Nigeria Limited, a real estate and a project management firm based in Lagos, Nigeria. Boundless Multi-Service Solutions Nigeria Limited is a foremost real estate organization that is out to help Nigeria reduce the housing deficit need that we currently have and our organization is out to create affordable land for every Nigerians such that they can become landowners. That is why we have a particular team which we have been using to push our product. We call it Land Ownership Made Easy. It is a scheme designed to make every individuals to become landowners in Nigeria. We have various estates in different locations in Lagos State, Ogun State, Oyo State, and Abuja. And the one in Lagos, for instance, we have at Ibeji-Lekki. As our estate at Ibeji-Lekki is around, directly behind Eleganza Industry, opposite Pan Atlantic University by Eleko Junction. And that place is currently going for 5 million naira for a full plot and 2.5 million for an half plot. It is a dry land, is a table land, is a place where every would-be person that has eye for the right investment in Ibeji-Lekki will want to invest in. We also have in other locations like the one at Agbara. We have at Agbara, the one at Agbara is close to Medina Estate, just by Opik Estate in Agbara. And we have a lot of landmark like the Nestle Industry, GSK, and all others that is around that axis. That place is also a table land, dry land, and is going for 1.4 million for a full plot and 700,000 for an half plot. It's a place that promises to have a lot of development that is ongoing within the axis too. Aton is by Shogoto Road, and this particular location is currently going for 900,000 for a full plot. It's also a very dry land, and it is also good. We also have 450 for half plots, and this place is that's a cozy environment with proximity close to the Kena land, Bells University, Covenant University, and their likes. We are also at Agbowa in Ikorodu. Agbowa is directly after Imota with proximity to the new Mile 12 markets and also the new Olokooba Timber Village in Agbowa. That particular place also is a very nice environment, and the one catch about that environment, it has a natural lake behind the estate where wouldn't be anybody want to have a home that can take air from the lake around there. And this particular place is going for 1.6 million for a full plot and 800,000 for an half plot. It's a dry land. The road is being constructed already, and is a very good location for anybody to choose from. We also have in Ekpe too, and not for Rija town, that of the heart of Ekpe itself, and the place too is directly by the roadside, a dry land, a very good location, going for 2 million for a full plot and 1 million for half plots. We also have at Ayobo along Ishefun Road in Ayobo. That particular place also is very good, and that's some already developed estate around it, like the Crown Estate, and that place is going for 9 million for a full plot and 4.5 million for an half plot. Is a very good location that any person wanting to live in Ayobo axis, which is just 20 minutes drive to Ikeja, can take advantage of too. And we have also in Abuja, directly behind River Park Estate, along the airport road near the new Dynamis headquarters, that is the Glory Dome. That particular place is a very good location too, that anybody would want to take advantage of, and it's currently going for 8 million for a full plot and 4 million for an half plot. We also have in Abuja at Piakasa. Piakasa is along the airport road. The area is known as Sabon Lugbe, and is also going for 6 million for a full plot and 3 million for an half plot. It's along Trademore Estate for those that are familiar with Abuja axis also. And we have also at Kuje, and talking about the Kuchiako layout in Kuje. That place is going for 5 million for a full plot and 2.5 million for an half plot. We also have around Ota, Onibuku precisely, just 3 minutes from Kena land. and we have companies and institutions around that axis, like Covenant University, Bells University, even IDL, International Distilleries Limited, is around that axis too. Very close. The land is a table land, a dry land, and it's currently going for 1.2 million for a full plot and 600,000 for an half plot. We also have at Ibadan, that is Ilututu, which is by Tipao Garage by Akala Express in Ibadan, and this particular location is a very dry land, and it is linked with the popular circular road in Ibadan, and it's currently going for ₦1 million for a full plot and 500,000 for an half plot. And the second location in Ibadan also is at Ajia Town. Ajia Town is very close to the Ibadan airport and with a link with the popular circular route too. The place is off the Ife Express Road, and is currently going for 1.2 million for a full plot and 600,000 for an half plot. We also have a location in Delta State, is Celia Azagba in Delta. Celia Azagba is one of a town in Delta that is very close to Asaba. Think about 15-20 minutes drive from Asaba town, and this place has the federal government housing unit that is being built around that axis, with also many development in the place, good road, and the price is currently going for 1.2 million for a full plot and 600,000 for an half plot. It is a place you will want to buy because of how good the place is. A table land, a dry land also. We also have a place also in Port Harcourt, and that of Port Harcourt is at Iburuodo, which is close to Shell Petroleum Refinery, and that place also is currently going for 2 million for a full plot and $1 million for an half plot. All these locations are very good locations, and one of the beautiful thing about what we do also is the fact that our customers have the opportunity to pay on installments. We are giving customers the opportunity to make payment in an easy form over a period of 6 months, 12 months, or even 24 months, depending on their capacity over time. And this installment payment gives them the opportunity to be consistent with their payments, and before you know it, they are already landowners. Some other benefits you can get from us includes flexible payment plan, individual survey, deed of assignment, pay and start building, location, no monile wahala, well planned and structured estates, location close to the road, dry land, well documented papers for the properties. And we recently launched a product, we call it PetMore. It is called Petty Traders and Motorists. It is just a tag concerning as regards what the ease of payment that we have created in place, but it is not exactly just linked to petty traders and motorists alone. It's just saying that if you want to become a landowner with ease from us, you can actually make payments as low as 500 naira daily, 700 naira daily, 1,000 naira daily, 2,000 naira on a daily basis, spread over 12 months, 18 months, or 24 months. And before you know it, the payment is, you have completed your payment and you're already a land owner. And our company can guide you in an easy way that you can also start building your little apartments, and before you know it, you yourself, you are also a landlord within Lagos or Ogun State, as the case may be. So why not come partner with us, take advantage of the opportunity we are offering. We are trusted, we are reliable, and you can count on doing business with us.
Are you looking out to becoming a land and property owner? Yes, well, juicy and extravagant opportunities are bound for you with Boundless Multi-Services Solutions Nigeria Limited, Boundless Court, Ibejuleki and Ekpe, Boundless Court, Ayobo, Boundless Haven, Agbara, Agbowa Ikorodu, Ibafo, Mowe Shimawa, Boundless Garden, Shagamu, Boundless Estate, Itori, Ewekoro, Atota, Ota, Abeokuta and Ibadan, and much more. Enjoy flexible payment plan, individual survey, deed of assignment, instant allocation, and no omonile wahala. Office address is number 98 Akowaja Road, Vulcanizer Bus Stop, beside Bola Tinubu Primary Healthcare Center, Egbeda, Lagos. Reach us on telephone 0703-134-4042 or 0706-445-7284. Boundless Multi-Services Solution Nigeria Limited. Boundless, unlimited in opportunities.